What's going on, everybody? It is the one and only, best in effect as always, Q here. And what are we doing tonight? Well, we have been on a journey that led us under the sea, all the way up into the clouds, and back again. That's right, we did Bioshock 1, remastered. We did Bioshock 2, remastered. We even did the DLC, and we've even moved on to Infinite and the first Burial at Sea DLC. We've done that, so what's left? Well, episode 2 of Burial at Sea. We're going to hit the conclusion of this, see what the deal is, because, well, Bioshock Infinite is an overall disaster piece when it comes to narrative and story. But, I digress. Let's get back into our little DLC. We'll go with new. Yeah, we'll go with new for this one. Overwrite your most recent save. That's not a problem because, well, we wanna. Would you like to see a recap of the events of Bioshock? No, because we already know it. We've done it recently. We've lived it. We've lived it. We've loved it. We've everythinged it. So we don't need that. Let's see what's...
Sally, come out!
She wasn't yours, Comstock.
Elizabeth, I am so sorry.
No, you're not. But you're about to be.
Now, would you kindly get stepped on by a big daddy? Loving and living the end of episode 1. So where's it going to pick up off? The shoreline of Paris.
Mademoiselle?
Yes?
Quel est votre nom?
Elizabeth.
Pour vous, Elisabeth.
Oh, no, I couldn't. I can't accept...
Je vous en prie. J'insiste.
Oh, thank you.
She looks like a Disney princess, doesn't she? Where did he? Oh, there he is. And we're gonna have to see how this varies wildly from our usual style.
Comment ça va, Elisabeth?
Bonjour, Monsieur Surratt.
Bonjour, Mademoiselle Elisabeth.
Everyone,
Bonjour, Elisabeth.
look at her. She's the talk of the town.
Bien le bonjour.
Everyone loves her.
Bonjour, mon ami. Alors, tu as parlé à la jolie petite américaine? Oh, bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonne journée. Comment ça va, Elisabeth?
Bonne journée.
Damn
Bonjour.
Frenchies. Everyone. This is the complete opposite of what France is like in real life. Because everyone knows the French are ignorant
I'm sorry,
to Americans.
Next time, I promise.
Dommage.
That's not creepy at all. It's okay, guys. He's not a children's entertainer.
Mademoiselle.
Bien le bonjour, Elisabeth.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour.
Il va falloir que tu me guides.
Une baguette,
Parce
mademoiselle?
que je me suis perdue dans tes yeux.
You know, that's sweet, sweet bread.
Bonjour, Elisabeth.
Poor dog.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Le pain est frais, le roquefort, camembert, brie de Meaux,
Hang on,
les
where
meilleurs
are we
fromages
go-
au meilleur prix.
Elle est tellement plus belle en vrai, tu trouves pas?
Si tu veux.
It's actually kind of funny because, see, I told you she's a Disney princess. Birds only land on your finger when you're a Disney princess. And she's even missing her finger. So we know which Elizabeth this is.
Oiseau ou la cage? Oiseau ou la cage? Pourquoi pas les deux?
It's very symbolic for what we know of this game.
Sally? Sally!
That sound though. It's like Schindler's List. Everything is dark and black and blue
Sally,
and grey.
wait!
Come back. Come back.
And instead of the girl in the red, we got the girl with the red balloon.
Wait!
It could also be like it.
Sally, stop!
Come back.
Sally, where are you going?
Come back.
Sally, hold on!
Come back.
That's escalated quickly.
Come back.
Stop, stop!
How's it going, Ren? Welcome,
Where'd she
welcome.
go?
Oh. Why are we not surprised? Well, we know where this is.
Go away. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything! No! It wasn't my fault!
No, it was your idea.
Leave me alone! Can't you just leave me alone? I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I never should have left. I never should have left you there.
But where does this tie in?
Empty. Empty again. What are the odds?
Oh, he's doing some weird Russian roulette with me.
What's the hold-up?
Just having a bit of a laugh, Atlas.
This ain't a sporting event. Put a bullet in her. No need to torture the poor girl. We're not animals, you know.
All right, all right, all right.
Let her go!
Quiet down, dear. In a minute,
Booker
all your
there, dead on the
problems
ground.
will be over.
Elizabeth, tell him you can get him back.
Booker? Booker? What?
Say,
I don't
I can
understand. How?
Say, I can get you back to Rapture.
What?
Just say it.
I can get you back to Rapture.
Put the gun down. Now,
Damn it,
what
Atlas.
was that you said about Rapture?
I can
Stealing
get
my
you
accent.
back to Rapture.
And how you plan on doing that, sister? You some kind of magician?
Suchong.
What?
Tell him Suchong.
Suchong.
And how do you know that, slant-eyed wonder?
You're his lab assistant.
I'm his lab assistant.
If it escaped your notice, Andrew Ryan sunk us 5,000 fathoms below his shining city. How does Suchong propose to get us back?
That's between me
That's between me
and the slant.
and the slant. But if I do
Racism
this, the
for
girl
days.
goes with me.
Little sisters are worth their weight in gold. She's not up for negotiation.
Last time I checked, back in the city they were making little sisters by the dozen.
That's a right fairy tale you've dreamed up, sister. But if you're lying, we can just as well kill you tomorrow. Down here, we got nothing but time. In case I need to get hold of you. If you see Suchong, tell him Atlas says he hasn't forgotten him.
Atlas loves his little radio dramatics, doesn't he? But your little would you kindly won't work on me this time.
Elizabeth, come on, it's time to get moving.
Booker? What?
Over here, on the radio.
Although, how
I'm
does
not Booker.
Well, of course I ain't.
how does Booker have white hair though? He wasn't that
I
old,
got
was he?
myself into. I didn't orphan that girl. I didn't kidnap her.
But she made for some exceptional bait, didn't she?
Had to be done.
Did it?
I felt everything that every version of me felt. All of that knowledge. I lost a pinky, but that version of me, she lost everything. And Comstock, that final Comstock, he thought he could avoid his guilt by coming here.
You educated him proper.
But then why am I back here? Huh? I don't remember opening a tear to come back. And who are you? Huh?
I think you'll figure that out soon enough.
Conscience. That's gonna be my guess.
I was in
Guilty
Paris.
conscience.
I was happy. And now I'm here dealing with this Atlas, this psychopath. What was I thinking?
I wasn't Paris any more than I am Booker.
Now I have to find this Su Chong, and I don't even know who that is.
Not yet, but you know he's the key, don't you?
To what?
You're asking me. Elizabeth, I ain't even here.
Poor girl's hallucinating. And yet she brought all this on. She basically let Booker get drilled. She didn't help him, didn't warn him, basically led him to his slaughter.
What are you? Huh? And how did you know exactly what to tell Atlas?
Let me ask you a question. You feeling like yourself, Elizabeth?
I feel strange and smaller. I can't see the doors. What's behind the doors? I can't see the future. I can't even see any tears. Oh my God. Stay away from me.
Oh, she did get got.
No, please don't. I died here. I was killed by that. Stay away from me! But then, how am I here? How can I be dead in this world and yet...
We all know what the nosebleed means.
What am I?
And the finger's back.
I don't understand.
If we're going to end up at the same place, I don't see the harm in enjoying the ride.
Are you being cute?
I've come round to your way of thinking.
Have you?
Yes. I do believe one can change things, but after all the bother, one often wishes that one had not.
You're a fatalist.
A physicist.
A fatalist.
So was Newton, especially when it came to apples falling from trees. They always contrived to land with a splat. She left the child to rot.
Are you implying she's the apple?
I'm implying that she did not fall far from the tree.
And now she wants to go back.
I need to go back. To fix what I broke.
Back to where she has no right to be.
Back to where she doesn't belong.
Doesn't belong? Wait, what do you mean?
Do you want to tell her brother, or shall I?
Because I died.
There are rules.
Even for one such as you.
Only one version of her died,
all
though.
the doors.
And what's behind all the doors?
All closed to her now.
She'll be just like the rest of us.
Forgetting the past.
The present.
The future.
I'd wager she won't even remember this conversation. We've arrived.
I don't know, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a keen recollection of this conversation.
You're trading omniscience and croissance for death and mildew.
I left Sally to rot. For what? So I could punish Comstock? He was trying to help her, to save her, and if I don't make that right...
We all have our crosses to bear.
But there is a thin line between a martyr and a fool.
So I guess this explains how she got back to Rapture. Or is just symbolism between
Luteces warned me that if I came back here, I would collapse.
Collapse?
From a quantum superposition to just me.
Quantum what?
I've changed, Booker. No tears, no cosmic knowledge. Just a normal girl. With a normal pinky. If I can't open tears, I'm never leaving here, am I? I'm never going back to Paris.
I think we figured that one out.
And you're
you
just...
ain't in Kansas anymore, Dorothy.
You're just what? You're just the fragments of my memory telling me what my future holds?
You decided to come here, Elizabeth. You knew what that meant. Only option, as I see it, is to trust yourself. Find Su Chong.
Well, he's kind of right. Or should I call him he? I'm not sure. That little voice in my head on the radio is right. I only really have one option at the moment. That's fine, Suchong.
I think I'm gonna have to use this air grabber. It's gonna be messy. I don't know if...
Well, a blow to the back of his head will serve just as well. Be a hell of a lot quieter, too.
That's not what you would have done.
I'm not Booker. Just because your father did something one way, doesn't mean you have to.
Right, quick little blow to the back of the head, sort him right out.
You'll want to get the drop on him, and quiet.
Well, he's not getting up anytime soon.
And what with his head all attached to his body.
From here on, it's only gonna get worse.
And how much worse is up to you.
Children, a clay, Bradburn. It's
We still don't have a gun, though.
Don't return to
Keep it down, Elizabeth.
lights in the light of reason.
Get out of sight, Elizabeth, and quick.
Forget this guy.
That only seems to be knocking them back.
You're only gonna do real damage that way if they don't see you coming.
Right, well, let's get out of here. So we gotta play the stealth game.
Like some cognitive primitive.
I heard him on the right somewhere.
Come back! Let's see this through! Together!
There we go.
Now, let's get its lockpick.
Knock him right out.
Lockpicking can be easy with the right tools and know-how. Use your lockpick to probe a pin. A neutral pin will open the door. A blue pin will open the door and knock free a noisemaker. A red pin will open the door, but also sound an alarm.
All right, so we're going for blue.
Simple enough. Just a 6-pin tumbler. But there's an alarm. That could come in handy, though.
Oh, so it's just like, okay. Kind of like the original stuff we got. You know, land on blue to get the bonus. So we got Corey Stoller, Michael Ramsey, and Oliver Hahn. Why are these all furries or something?
We all deserve a piece. If I earn a nickel, isn't it my right to buy candy if I see fit?
No.
No, says Peter the parasite. You must only buy fruits and vegetables. If I can afford to see the doctor, is it my concern that others cannot? No.
Sounds there.
What was that?
You know, don't you?
The doors, they're cracking open. My memories of the future and somewhere I'm going to go.
You sure it's your future you're looking at?
If not mine, then whose?
Ryan the Lion always shoots to kill. Now, if only I had the gun he would shoot with, then it wouldn't be a problem. Ah, spoke too soon.
You sure you're ready to use that?
It's a crossbow. Looks like the bolt delivers some kind of sleep agent. Probably phencyclidine or sodium thiopental. They had all kinds of books in my tower. How do you think I always knew what ammo to toss you?
Knowing ain't the same as being ready.
Why don't you ask Comstock how ready I was?
Your father's blood runs in your veins, but it doesn't have to be on your hands. It's up to you.
Those who cannot create will always steal from those who do.
So, let's put everyone to sleep.
Where is your empathy? Asks Peter the parasite while he picks your pocket.
I could have sworn there was another one. Oh good, we can actually get some real ammo. Yes.
You're against the guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business.
It is if you want it to be. Ryan's all about his free market and capitalism, you know?
If that's what they call a fellow who's prosperous, determined, uncompromising, then fine. If she fits, you got it.
He must be upstairs.
Palms here and there, time to time. What of it? I've been told this town was friendly to free enterprise.
Sounds like Yuri Lowenthal.
Criminal dealings? Ha! Fallacy and misdirection from those afraid to let the market take its natural course.
Where is he?
First, the law against bribery. Then, you'll want some...
Now, there's probably all sorts of achievements for, oh, do this with no kills and only tranquilizing. Yeah, we don't need that. Oh no, you need to manually change all the buttons for each DLC. That sucks. I guess I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I feel so dirty having to reload with the R button and not a button on my mouse. Search file again. Tipping in fedoras, milady. Makers and takers. This week's maker and this week's taker. Saoirse Farley. Oh wow, at least Rapture doesn't hate on the Irish. And Jimmy Ward. It's funny, a lot of people don't know how to pronounce that name correctly, since it's Irish. Saoirse. The more you know.
Look, Suchong. That's the name you had me tell Atlas. Huh.
I don't follow.
Looks like this character Suchong has taken over the Silverfin restaurant. That's where the tear was that I used when I first came to Rapture looking for Comstock. Before this place was turned into a prison.
But the first time you came to Rapture was in 1960, with Booker. When you drowned some...
Over a year from now. Yeah, that's right. When I could see all the doors, it all made sense, but now it's just a jumble.
Elizabeth, you're bleeding.
Now I know what it feels like. All right, if we're gonna find Suchong, the Silverfin is the place to start. I know the way.
Gosh. Can't afford anything decent. Free men and free markets.
Are you in the know? There has been a lot of idle talk from gadflies and naysayers following the nationalization of Fontaine Futuristics. I believe in free men and free markets.
No, you don't.
But I also
only when you
believe
can control
in my
them.
city. And Frank Fontaine's purpose was nothing less than the destruction of Rapture. It was he who gave comfort to the laggards and layabouts. It was he who coddled the tramps and vagabonds. Fontaine was poisoning the people of Rapture. But his venom wasn't made of arsenic or strychnine. No. It was concocted from something far deadlier. It was brewed from altruism. Now you know.
That's brilliant. Altruism. So according to good old Andrew Ryan, altruism is basically the enemy of Rapture. So anyone who is kind or giving and compassionate is, well, The enemy of Rapture.
Are you in the know?
Human reproduction is vitally important to society, but there is no reason that the act of copulation cannot be pleasurable as well. Remember these tips. Sex is egotistical.
Hell yeah.
Without self-esteem, those participating in coitus are revealed to be fraudulent, hypocritical animals. Ego is indispensable in the bedroom. Negotiate with your mate. Intercourse can be mutually beneficial to both parties. Set out expectations with your partner beforehand, outlining the services you will provide one another, and hold them to their side of the deal.
I don't think that's how it
Never
works.
forget, oral contracts and handshake deals are for starry-eyed gigolos. Always get it in writing. Your pleasure is your business. Remember, you come first. Nobody's going to keep an eye on your pleasure except you.
I prefer
Don't
second,
be left
to be honest.
high and dry. Armed with this knowledge, go forth now and enjoy Sexual Congress the Rapture way.
Kind of makes you wonder
Now you know.
if it's like the whole Demolition Man deal, where stuff like that is regulated and like, kind of outlawed and forbidden. Not a world that anyone wants to live in by my standards. Oh no. I'm missing a lockpick somewhere. Could I buy one? Oh, I can lift this door too, okay. When I looked at the door at first and it was kind of sparking, I thought it would be shock jockey.
I was here as well. Right after I came through, I needed something to wear that was a little more Rapture appropriate.
Genderbender, liberation found, fathoms below. Meet Chris, whose sexuality knows no boundaries. Nice one, 3 lockpicks. Rapture's man of steel. He works hard, but plays harder. Big Daddy. It's all sorts of weird. I mean, even Rapture has porno. Appetite for sin.
Dear Madam, I have received your letter regarding our new line of peeping Tom plasmids and wish to respond thusly. Tough luck. This is Rapture, miss. What my customers do with my product is their business. If you are feeling uncomfortable, you are more than welcome to line the walls of your home in lead. If you wish, I could direct you to a reputable supplier.
None of them have that little blue thing yet, though. So where have we got it? What have we got ourselves? Some peeping Tom.
Disappear from sight, see through walls, and sneak up on your foes.
That wasn't.
Splicers. I could use this plasmid and see them through the walls, or if worst comes to worst, turn completely invisible and get the drop on them. Hey.
It's her dress.
There you are.
Her old school dress.
How many times have I asked Antonio for lockers with actual locks on them? I come back from lunch and the ensemble I just bought is gone. Stolen. But here's what takes the cake. The thief left an outfit in exchange. At first, I was going to toss that thing. But then, I kind of fell in love with it. It's an old-timey number with a corset, no less. It ain't exactly today's fashion, but I'm a girl who can tell good craftsmanship when she sees it.
She's still kind of okay with Liz's outfit. Especially because it's very different to what would usually be in Rapture.
How could you just walk away?
Ah, so that's how we go invisible.
Where'd you go?
Where did you go, more like it?
What did you mean before when you said you were in Paris?
It wasn't really Paris. It was more the world as I want to see it. I suppose I wasn't really happy there. We'd all be better off, us DeWitts, if we could leave well enough alone.
I'm not wasting a lockpick on that.
What was that? Rich in fish and sea greens improves cognitive function.
Oh, I didn't even notice that they were up there now. Would have saved me some ammo. But these are all blue. But this is obviously story stuff. Noisemaker. Different type of bolt.
Why? Who benefits, class? Someone who wants what you have, free from effort. A president, a premier, a pope. Is that attitude I hear?
Whoops. Okay, since this changed, what is the ammo button? Actually, isn't it the same button over and over again? No, I need to check the ammo one. It seems to be a little bit different. No, that's controller. Keyboard, mouse. Jump straight. Play audio log. Combat. Toggle iron sights. Plasma menu. Switch weapon. Oh, while I'm here, might as well put that on. Oh, I have to use medkits. They're not automatic in this one. We'll put that on another button right there. Equip plasmid. That's weird. There's no option to swap between them. That was weird. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way.
We must find it, root it out. I'm sure we're all eager to put that disruption behind us. Goodness, this will never happen to my boy. I'll make sure of that. You hear?
Shit. Oh my god, her hand cannon is awful. They have to reload single shots every time.
Annihilate your old self.
This is bad. I'm out of ammo. How am I gonna do this?
We'll carve away your shortcomings.
I got a better idea.
There's.
Once I could see everything. Every possible moment. And now...
You're just like everyone else.
Why? Why, because I died here? If I'm just like everyone else, I can't help Sally. I can't even get back to where I was.
If you don't mind me asking, love, why are you talking to nobody? If I had pegged you for a loon, I might have had second thoughts on our arrangement.
I'll hold up my end. But I better find the girl the way I left her.
You're in no position to make demands. But I must confess, I do like a bit of sass in a lass.
I must confess, I do like a bit of sass in the lass. Oh hey, like, potential weird booker dude. So we got ourselves some possession. The hot new plasmid, now in Rapture. I hear Big Daddy though.
It's him. It's the Big Daddy. The one that killed me.
You can't trade blows with him.
Comstock put him down and he got right back up. I can't hurt him. I could keep my distance, but if I watched myself, he could come in handy. Enemy of my enemy.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
No refund, no return.
See, there, it's doing it again. I bought the ammo, but it's not letting me change. Strafe, sprint, walk, use, play audio logs, fire weapon, fire plasmid, plasmid menu, switch weapon. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, there we go. This is what we want. But can I possess the Big Daddy? That's the big deal. The $1 million question.
I would never leave him. Stop that right now! Oh!
Got them sick reflexes, son. Atlas headquarters, huh?
What do you want?
Let me in. I'm working with Atlas.
I ain't heard nothing. Nobody gets in there without a kind word from the boss.
Good old Atlas followers.
Selfishness, says Peter. Self-interest, says Ryan the Lion. Why share anything with your neighbor except a fence?
We'll figure it out. I hear someone nearby. Hopefully we can get a drop on him.
The Silver Fin. This used to be a restaurant when I first came through. Now it belongs to this Suchong. Looks like I'm not the first one who tried to get in here.
Gordon Freeman was here.
At least he left a trail.
Determined, uncompromising, defiant. If she fits, you got me.
Where is he?
I hear you gossiping about me. I warned you to stop following me.
Where's he gone running? And why can I see some of the other? Okay, this is bad.
You're only hiding from your...
Oh, that's an easy way to get away. Travel up here, no one will see me. There's a box over there though. Hopefully it's some ammo or something.
It appears our time is up for now.
You can see him over there though. Let's get a bolt on him. Or this would work if he ever. I was going to say if he comes out from behind it, but this will work.
Come! Let's test your metal!
Who sees me? I know I should follow the blood trail on the ground.
First, the law against bribery. Then, you'll want some fella in my privy advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law?
But I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to examine where I shouldn't be. Get some fancy little stuff. Extra little secrets.
Sweetie!
Welcome to the party, boys. You could go all John McClane on it. Welcome to the party, pal. Wasn't there someone here? Well, I suggest was, but... Oh, I can't use my plasma while up here. Oh, if I spend too much time up there, they can hear it?
You should be ashamed!
Well, enough of that.
That wasn't too bad.
Work to do.
Oh, someone's coming in. He's gonna come through the door.
I ain't letting a good lead like you get away. This don't seem Jake to me. I ain't no moron.
Sure you are. Never saw it coming.
Come on, lady. Let's work something out.
Jesus, all the supplies in there. Hopefully I can get something good down here.
That's it. We're done here. Jumping in my own shadow.
More than just a little bit of health would have been nice, but...
Stay! They may make more of you yet. If you're going to disappear.
Right, that's not bad. At least handgun ammo will to our advantage.
No doubt about that. What I see is
I can't get in. Oh no. There's someone in there. But I can't get in there. We've got a turret in here too.
Don't expect coffee from me. Are you some fickle child who won't relinquish your
So we can't even hack him though. What, is that a new type of ammo? Knockout gas. I'm going to assume that's for knocking out multiple enemies at one time. Which would come in handy if they're all just in little groups.
Far from it. You will go much further. So you can be made anew.
It should be nothing important. Oh no, it's somewhere different.
Did you give him my message?
Never mind.
Without the snarl and turmoil of combat.
Nice shotgun, brand new weapon.
I never thought anyone would be able to bring all these degenerate splice heads in the line. I gotta hand it to Atlas. After Ryan locked us up in this pit, I thought that was it. Just a long, final dive into the abyss. But he's given us hope. Or what passes for it down in...
Oh, Peep and Cloak mod. Removes Eve cost for invisibility while standing still. Okay, that's good.
Rapture. When a person's got nothing, hope's about the kindest thing you can give her. Or the cruelest.
sure how we're going to get into that little room, though.
You're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business.
How'd they get there? How can I keep it from happening?
You spiff, Rabbit. You spiff, Frankie.
Shit, there's loads of them.
Bet the fella did.
And they all need to give me more back. Ah, here's how we're getting through. One way in. That's just another way out. I think we can probably get the drop on him. Bunch of lockpicks and darts. Well, so far this room is paying off.
Welcome to the circus of value.
What do I want? I'm gonna go to tranquilizer dart. Some hand cannon ammo.
No refund, no return.
She can't carry it.
Elizabeth, this poster. What's this all about?
Cohen spent 2 months as his disciple, trying to get a line on his trafficking ring. Awful man.
Why not just kill Comstock and be done with it?
Comstock had to know why. He had to know that he deserved it.
Did he? Did he deserve it?
I suppose we all do. One way or another.
You know what they say. Everyone's guilty of something if you look hard enough. Great, we get some more art. How very pretentious of you, Cohen.
Silence.
Now, is there going to be someone behind us? It's too obvious. Oh, I wasted it. Damn. You got me, Cohen. You got me. You win this round, Cohen. Dirtbag. Okay, so we have this place fully explored. There we go.
Some kind of idiot.
Yes. Give her a special treat by Fontaine Futuristics. 2 lockpicks. Let's just get one more.
Welcome to the circus of value. Come back when you get some money, buddy.
Boy, that sounded odd.
Come on! What are you running away? I see what you've done here.
Oh, so the purple
You
ones
ain't
are
gonna do it
vents.
again.
Because Liz can crawl through them. Gotcha. What the hell?
Looks like someone's been decrypting a code. We've confirmed completion of the ace in the hole. Suchong has it, but unlikely to give it up easily. We'll update when we know more. What's that all about?
Optional. Find all 4 coded transmissions.
Hypnotize Big Daddy.
Coming next year.
Of course.
Typical. That's what I wanted to try out today. Oh, F. Well, I guess my plan of hypnotizing the Big Daddies is over now. But I suppose I could hypnotize the smaller lads. Oh, there was one right in front of me. Didn't even notice it. So what do we got in here? Oh, this looks rough. Now that's how you send a message. Atlas right to the heart. No, Josh, there'll be no fedoras up in here. This ain't no... I mean, I realize it would be era appropriate, but still. But regardless, welcome. I could go all Atlas on it, you know. Oh, top of the evening to you. The Batosphere. So I think I figured it out. I think the fact that they changed the buttons for this DLC means they realized that the button combination was bad for the originals. Great.
Harry in a coal mine. Somebody's lurking about.
Oh no, I'm out. Oh, she can't.
Push me, I push right back.
She can't do the attack.
Come back! Let's see the...
Jesus, she takes so much damage.
Come on, don't leave me out here with my heart.
And yes, you do have to use them individually. Found it out the hard way there a second ago. Peeping Vision mod. Removes Eve cost for seeing through walls while standing still. So basically, now we can just stand still and it never costs us Eve.
I ain't no moron!
Why'd you do so little damage, Liz? It's a shotgun.
I didn't say you could go.
Here goes, I'm standing still so it does none.
You're heartless! Totally heartless!
How does he see me?
Come here, baby! I ain't sore!
Now we are. Really feeling that one in the morning.
Don't leave me! I ain't got time.
No one around.
And I'm planning a big comeback. You know anybody?
Med kit.
These new songs?
What's Examine radio. Oh, it's another Rapture flashback.
Another one.
One that she never really had.
Of course, the buildings are being fabricated above the waves. But we will lower them on a lunette ring, submerged into the structure's steel frames.
We can pick these.
So much steel, you wonder. How will we keep so large a purchase from the government? Water is buoyant. We shall not frame Rapture in steel, but in aluminium. The government jackals may suspect me of building an air force, but never a city.
So Ryan...
Don't leave me! Again.
He thought a lot into it, alright. He figures out how to get around the government's loopholes and whatnot. Government likes to keep the enterprising man down. Sounds just like real life. Machine. I know I probably should have kept that so I could buy something else, but yeah, we'll survive. Oh, look on your gun. The radar range. Now I have to try to get back out without getting murdered. Wait, where's this bringing me? Oh, this is the one outside. Oh well, close enough to outside. So we never actually finished examining this place, did we?
Damn hooligans. They've been sneaking into the repair bay at night, riding around on the hydraulic lifts. It's some kind of make-out spot. Can't exactly blame them. God knows how boring it must be to grow up in Rapture. But their hormones are costing us money, and this isn't an amusement park. I've locked the control room. The code is 7951.
Oh no, now I got the code. What is this? 7951? 7, 9. Yeah, we got it. Oh, it's the same door. Son of a bitch. After all that, it was basically only for a quick shortcut. The slacker is not your friend. Yeah, I know that. I work with a few. And they are a pain in my arse. Right, looks like we're finally going to follow the blood trail. Gotta try to avoid the big daddy. Shouldn't be a problem. We are the masters of stealth after all. There he is. Medicine from your pal Atlas. Pretty sure that's not how it works. Test drive. Have we been in here? Yeah, we were in there.
There is no excuse for a racket. Come out and show yourself. Come here, hon. Got a sweet idea for you.
Let one of them get out of here. That's right, Biz. You got a man chooses to watch this. A slave obeys to watch this.
Let's work. Never.
Oh, that's working on 5 out of 15. So we just crack everyone upside the head while they'll never see it coming. It's a Persona joke right there. Snow globe. Oh, it's one of her flashbacks. Yeah, I don't know if I'd count that as medicine. Looks like some splicer stuff. Possession KO mod. Causes enemies to be knocked out once the effect wears off. That's actually really handy. It's a guaranteed enemy, essentially.
Another coded message. Attempt to retrieve Ace in the Hole from Suchong unsuccessful. Ryan Private Security killed 3 of our men in the bargain. We'll need to explore alternate means of obtaining Ace.
We still don't know what that is yet. 2 of 4 though. Halfway there. Big Daddy. Right, so the blood trail is probably here. Yeah, there he is.
Somebody must have shot him when he tried to break into Suchong's. Huh. What's this?
I don't know how you read that.
Seems like central heating came from this room, so it would stand to reason that the ductwork should go to Suchong's. Wait a minute.
Yeah, well, we all know what happened last time anything was involved with a vent and Liz. Oh, well, so far these 2 DLCs have been pretty much a mess, Biz, so that won't surprise you at all.
Suchong wasn't exactly a master of subterfuge.
It's still a little bit of a... It's still just completely all over the place. It's the best way I can describe it. But that shouldn't surprise you at all. Not that I describe it that way, just that it's all over the place. I mean, it's still so messed up that, fair enough, you get to walk around once or twice in a nice, normal, I stress normal, Rapture. But, I don't know, it feels almost forced. Suchong,
I think we found our man.
No sign of him now.
Either he's dead, or working for Ryan. Columbia. He knew about Columbia. And Booker and me. The Suchong must have found a way to reopen the tear I made to come here. But how?
Well, we already heard some of the other ones. Even in Bioshock Infinite, as well as the first DLC. That they could see each other, essentially. There's other people that saw through the tears. One of them being Suchong.
That's how he must have reopened the tear.
It wouldn't surprise me at all, Biz, if the way it goes is questionable. Because, well, look who wrote it, and look at everything else he's wrote in relation to Bioshock Infinite. Also, everything is very dark in here. No one paid a power bill. Oh, something shock jock. We'll manage.
Problem. Big Daddy will not imprint on the little brats. Yet Fink succeeded in imprinting his disgusting bird on his subject. How has Fink, this stupid man, succeeded where Suchong failed? If Suchong could obtain hair sample of Fink's subject, Suchong could determine delta of genetic material with little sister. Proof is in DNA pudding.
So Suchong is trying to go.
Look, the tear still leads back to Columbia. Plasmids, Vickers.
Fink.
He and Fink must have been in communication, sharing secrets. Like the Lutesses before they were physically together. Why did I need to come here? What does this have to do with Sally?
You remember, don't you?
It hasn't happened yet? I told you I can't do that.
Concentrate, Elizabeth.
No, the doors are shut. They're...
There we are in Rapture somewhere.
I use the Lutece particle. If it can make a city float...
It can make a prison rise.
I can't open tears, but we could use this device to go to Columbia and find a particle. But it's been vandalized.
You'll fix it.
Sure. You know, my tower didn't come stock with the Lutece device repair manual.
You will fix it.
Yeah, I'll just...
Elizabeth, you will fix it.
Okay. Okay, there must be some information around here.
Well, that would be the one upstairs that we saw. Oh, all the lights have come back on. Find documentation to the test device. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's the one upstairs. But we're still gonna look around everywhere. Because that's what we need to do. Come on. Damn, a little bit slow, but it doesn't matter. Plasmid requires Old Man Winter. Wait, did we miss Old Man Winter? Maybe we come back and get it. Pretty sure we checked everywhere.
And before I knew it, Ryan had me bounced out of my own restaurant. And that Korean had the run of the place. It was a good business, I tell you. I never should have told anyone about that light. About those weird buildings I saw floating in the clouds. And most of all, I never should have told no one about that girl who showed up one day in that old-timey blue dress.
But I wonder who that is.
These are elements. Sodium, titanium. Why would these be on schematics for... It's code. A Visionaire cipher. If we assume hydrogen is A, and iron, the 26th element, is C...
You always used to need a code key.
It's right here. Never underestimate the fallibility of the egomaniac. Looks like a punch list for things Suchong needs to fix the machine. A cold cathode tube, a carbon dioxide scrubber, and a heatsink. Any of the vending machines should have the cathode tube. And we can look for a CO2 scrubber in the bathysphere showroom. A lot of models should have them. A heatsink. Oh, that's... We're in a department store. We gonna find...
Keep your cool with Old Man Winter.
That'll work. Time to find those parts. And then I just have to repair the most sophisticated piece of technology ever created.
Elizabeth, you saw yourself make this repair.
You can do
this.
Whatever you say. Guess we better find our way out of here.
Repair the Lutece device.
Atlas, you there? I need a favor.
A favor? I don't suppose you've conjured up the miracle you promised yet?
I'm working on it. I'm gonna need some Old Man Winter.
You might try where they hawk them new bathyspheres. As I hear it, Old Man Winter's the only thing keeps their batteries from bursting into flames after 5 minutes.
Thanks.
Think nothing of it. But it's the last favor you'll be getting.
Oh shit.
Penalty for vandalism of Suchong device is death. Even for pretty lady.
I suppose you'd be Suchong. Save your ammunition, your device doesn't work.
Device at work. Vandal sabotage. You are vandal.
Actually, I intend to fix your device. That is, unless you plan on coming down here and doing it yourself.
It's not prudent for Suchang to return to lab. You say you can fix?
I broke your code, didn't I? Now just give me the one to open that door and we'll see what your creation can do.
1216.
Your birthday?
Enough talk. Fix machine.
Enough talk. Fix machine. 1216.
How'd you know that?
Never underestimate the fallibility of the egomaniac.
See, that's completely not true. As an egomaniac, I never use my birthday for passwords and stuff. Now you see why.
What of it? I've been told this town was friendly to free enterprise.
No, it's not the strongest that's but the fittest. Those
You just have to be a clever egomaniac. That solves all the problems.
You like nice shoes? You like these?
As if you're smart about it,
Honey pie?
they'll never get you.
You got a friend over? How can you rationalize cowering?
I'm pretty sure test drive is...
There, that machine. It'll have the cathode too. Got it. Now I need to find Old Man Winter and a CO2 scrubber.
Which one was this?
I see what you done here.
Oh no, we came in through here.
You ain't gonna do it again.
Okay, the batospheres. They were...
Who hides from the light?
over on the left, if I remember correctly.
Come back. I just want to talk is all.
Sure would love some company.
So easy to just knock them right out.
I want to go to Cones. 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 There. Now I'll get in.
We'll get... Oh, Jesus!
When can I see you again?
I can't afford to move.
We're through. Never in.
Hey. Whoa. He's gonna.
Can't move. Okay.
This don't seem Jake to me.
Oh, was that pick up
I ain't no moron.
something? A lockpick.
So here I am. 100% a genuine article.
Come back.
Let him pass by.
Is all.
I wish I could get up there and get that. Oh no.
Welcome to the circus of value. No refund, no return.
Okay, we're good. We got rid of him.
Where there's bathyspheres, there's bound to be CO2 scrubbers.
And why is that?
If you don't remove the carbon dioxide from the air supply in a submersible, you'll suffocate. And one thing I did like...
No, it didn't. Damn, it cut it off.
You okay?
I've seen all this happen before. I've seen everything that will happen, and now I only see darkness.
You sent yourself here for a reason.
A debt.
If that's what you want to call it.
This Atlas. I'm gonna have to kill him. Either that or he'll kill me.
Maybe so.
What?
I'm not you, Booker. Some war hero. I'm not even me anymore. No tears, no omniscience, or whatever you want to call it. Just a whole lot of book learning. and a handful of lockpicks.
We all know she can't really kill Atlas, because we know how that plays out. Or, since these games and their timelines are all completely fucked up.
The 52 Mako. Classic. But it's a death trap. 28 known fatalities related to its use. Carbon dioxide poisoning. And they're still on the market.
Steeply discounted, though.
Alright, so that's not the one we want. How about this one?
The humpback whale. That thing is as old as the hills. Strictly bargain basement. You gotta wear an O2 tank and a mask. We won't find a scrubber on that.
Well, we know there's a few more.
There. The Stingray. Submersible time of 90 minutes. That's our girl.
All the way up there.
The grease monkeys had to get it up there somehow. Just gotta find the controls.
If you can get it up, you can get it down.
Where'd you go?
My colleague appears indisposed.
Confront your weakness!
High and low. We search high and low.
On the plus side, we already have the door sorted.
Hurry up and come out. I got a lot of irons in the fire.
So since the door's already open, should be able
I hope. I may be old, but I'm not deaf.
to just get right on through. Beautiful.
When can I see you again?
This is gonna be noisy.
You've been using me.
Oh fuck.
Entire time. Stay.
How is this guy immune to all this shotgun damage?
We'll remake the world.
Where does one find the parasite? Pay attention, class. The parasite is here.
Come on, Liz. Be better at combat, will you? Oh, I got blasted at point blank range with a shotgun.
Tenenbaum. Sometimes I pity the little freak. Such a tiny imagination. Content to sit there with the tanks of Adam tweaking and optimizing. I need to create. Adam is a canvas of a genetic modification, but the plasmids are the paint.
Alright,
It's over.
Susan.
Back to the office. Who is it?
Whoa. If I do this right.
Oh, you from Star and Screen Man? Won't steal my leads.
I swear, some of them just are terrible. So you just have to blast them a little bit and then they explode and die. So that explains that weapon. We didn't use it too much in the other DLC.
You're only hiding from yourself.
You ain't no back.
I hear someone coming.
Like some cognitive.
And I can just stand there and wait. With those upgrades, not a problem.
You can't talk to me like that. Show me some respect.
Got it. Just need to find Old Man Winter and we're done.
You think you can talk to me like that?
Well, she said Old Man Winter should be down here somewhere.
I ain't letting a good lead like you get away.
Whereabouts
missed
the
it the first
foreign
time.
bitch scientist unknown. Ryan presumes she's dead, but our guess is she's gone underground with the Little Sisters. Options on obtaining the ace are dwindling.
So one more if we can get it.
You're not getting out of this deal that easy.
Oh, that shoots fast.
I ain't letting a good lead like you get away.
Come on, walk out. Actually, does this still work? No, find Old Man Winter. It tells us, okay. I mean, it did give us the idea that it would be... There was that place that had... Like, it actually showed Old Man Winter. So if I go back, it might be there. That's why I thought we missed it. Oh, good job, Liz. Good job. Your skills are fantastic.
I heard something.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Everyone!
I can just keep letting them walk towards me. And just knock them out as they get close.
When can I see you again? How long you been?
Why did I never think of that earlier? That's fantastic.
Any progress, love? I must confess, I'm becoming a wee bit skeptical.
Remind me, why am I supposed to care?
You see, me lads have taken a keen thirst for Adam, and there's a vintage right in front of me that'll do nicely.
If you kill her, I truly hope you are happy living down here. Put down roots, raise a family. Or maybe you think Andrew Ryan is going to ride to your rescue.
Fair enough. But remember, there are fast ways to harvest Little Sisters, and some very slow ones.
Great gas.
Hey, Junior! Come on in and watch this.
Jesus, look at them all.
All right. You pay attention now. That's Andrew Ryan.
Oh, maybe.
Ryan's got the force. Trust your old dad.
Well, that worked out very well. Talk about value. 1 bolt, 3 lads. Let's get into test drive.
Huh?
Oh, that's...
What's that, Cookie Face?
Was it test drive? Test something. Test
Come
range,
on!
maybe.
What are you running away for?
Make yourself heard.
We must find it, root it out.
We wait. At least we...
Hurry up and come
No,
out.
they're kind of
I got a lot of irons in the fire.
half ready for me.
You're not getting out of this deal that easy.
No one around? Seems I still have the ability to scare off a patient.
You're against the guy making an honest buck.
There it is, test drive.
I won't roll over for you!
How the hell did he know that? I suppose maybe he heard it.
Where'd you go?
Big Daddy is the problem.
We're not finished!
Oh my god, where did they come from?
Got a friend over?
Okay, let's just do this the fast way.
Old Man Winter. That's how we'll cool Suchong's machine.
Let us continue this face to face.
This fella Atlas has been making the rounds down here, trying to bring some kind of order to this pit. All the splicers think the man walks on water, but something about him smells stink to me. Reminds me a bit of my former employer, Frank Fontaine. Always talking about how he was going to lift Rapture right out of the old man's wallet. No fuss, no muss. See where that got him.
So she hates him. Because this stink because he's Irish.
Yeah?
Atlas sent me here for some Old Man Winter.
You haven't been around here long, have you?
What makes you say that?
'Cause you're the only one of us that don't smell like the reptile house at the zoo.
Couldn't just give me a straight answer,
Now
no?
be quick about it and just take the winner. This ain't the Goodwill.
Well, maybe I feel like taking everything. Jesus, he's really stocked up, isn't he? Gas masks. Printing presses.
Memo to the sales team. While we deny all customer claims regarding purported burns they have received from, quote, overheating of 1958 bathyspheres, unquote, our marketing team has decided to give away flasks of Old Man Winter as part of a new promotional campaign. There will be no recall of the 58. No recall.
It's funny, that's basically how shit like that works in real life, which is kind of disgusting.
So Atlas asked me to figure out where to strike first when we bust out of this place, but...
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
You know, it all depends on when we get out, you know? I mean, November 5th is a big founding of Rapture shindig at Fort Frolic. Valentine's Day, you know, I mean, Arcadia's real popular. If it's near New Year's Eve, then, hey, we could pop the corks off all the stuffed shirts down at the Kashmir restaurant.
Sounds awful familiar, does it not?
The time has come, brothers and sisters. Did you want to keep climbing Andrew Ryan's ladder? Just to watch him knock it down as you're reaching the top? The cards are stacked. What's a bunch of fine words if there ain't deeds to back them up? Rapture was supposed to be different. But the only thing that separates it from the slums of New York or Glasgow or about 1 million gallons of salt water. Ryan sent a clear message when he had Frank Fontaine put down. It's time all you learned your place. I tell you what, Ryan. Message received. Loud and clear. And here's what the people of Rapture have to say to you. If you won't give us what we want, we're more than happy to come and take it.
Atlas with his little bit of propaganda, you know? You know what I mean? I'm sure he learned from 1916, given the fact he's fake Irish.
Tell Ryan things are getting hot down here real fast. The goddamn leprechaun is building himself a
Leprechaun. Fucking racist.
regular army. If you'd asked my opinion, which you didn't, I'd send a crew down here and clean up the place before they show up on your doorstep. But who am I except some undercover schmuck you sent to give you straight dope?
Atlas, the heat is on. Ryan knows something's up and is sending men to investigate the department store. suggests you lay in supplies at the Manta Ray Lounge and prepare for a siege. Looks like there's something in the Manta Ray Lounge worth investigating.
Those 3 little bottles, eh? Right, Manta Ray Lounge it is. We gotta get our little optional extra. And now that I remember, we can also go back.
Freeze your enemies.
Get
Shatter
our
them into
upgrade for
1,000 pieces.
Just what we needed. How was the last of it?
Now you think you can manage the repair?
Sure. I've been fixing quantum field generators.
Oh shit.
I warned you to stop following me.
Oh, it's got a cooldown, that's what it is. Fuck. I kind of panicked.
I'll look everywhere.
Come on. Come and get me. If you can.
Just another look-see.
Everyone wants a piece of me.
Easy.
You can't disappear on me.
Hurry up and come out.
That's right, Chrissy, I'm back.
A lot of irons in the fire.
Back with some more.
I warned you to stop following me.
Is that everyone? Yeah, that's everyone. Okay, we good. Got a VIP lounge.
Clear as a bell.
Come on. You can't even see me.
Stay! We may make more of you yet.
Okay, we got it. It's a VIP lounge. Where is the VIP lounge?
Fallacy and misdirection.
Oh, I missed.
Strange noises.
Service bay.
Never listen.
There we go, Manta Ray Lounge. I knew it was close by. So look for the 3 bottles. They're most likely going to be behind a bar somewhere. There's 3 bottles. No, there's more than 3 bottles. Just gotta look around and find them. They'll be sitting there somewhere. Could be hidden in the secret room. Ah.
Those bottles. Just like on the coded note to Fontaine.
Oh no, I didn't see which one was which though. Which way they were pointed. Okay, just kind of turn them off. Got a lot of
Fontaine and Atlas. Son of a bitch.
It's his little kind of hideout. There's no way he could. No, he's not pretending to be Suchong. That's not possible. A little bit of a flash. We kind of know what happened there anyway. Enhanced cosmetics.
Suchong, I'm gonna make this clear as can be, so we don't have any miscommunications. Where the hell is the ace in the hole? You think you can stiff Frank Fontaine? I paid good money for state-of-the-art weaponry. I ain't losing this war just because you found yourself a higher bidder. I can promise you, I ain't never been one to lose with dignity.
Good old Fontaine. Scumbag himself. Okay, so we got Old Man Winter. Now we can go back to Su Chong's lab.
Who hides from the light every city? Soon as he gets back, right?
Oh, someone up top. That was crafty. Oh shit, I wasn't invisible. I was just standing there, I thought I was invisible. That's bad. Oh no, not the Big Daddy.
Let's get down to it.
Come on, little Sin.
Won't survive this. We play our cards right. Only the weak fear God.
What do we want? The other one is... this'll do. Okay, we don't want to fix it yet. We want our upgrade that we couldn't get earlier. Winter mod adds an area of effect to the projectile that can freeze multiple enemies. Sweet, a tranquilizer one, even if it is only one. Start the CO2 scrubber.
How we won't immediately die of CO2 poisoning the moment we turn the thing on.
I thought it was just Gordon Freeman's crowbar just stuck in there.
Well, not the perfect phosphor frequency, but it'll do.
And what, last up I just gotta blast it with this.
Okay, that should stop it from overheating. There, everything's fixed. We're ready.
Let's fire it up and see.
Sesame.
What did I tell you?
Just like that, we're back where we started. It's the moment.
Look. We're on the First Lady.
Where she was getting changed and found the dress after she was covered in blood.
Can't be this easy. The First Lady Mark II was built around a particle lift system just like all the buildings in the city. I read all about it in the Columbian Scientific. The particles seated at the top of the structure must be up that lift.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Perfect.
So,
seems like a lot of technology just to float an airship. Comstock never heard of hydrogen.
The First Lady Mark I did run on hydrogen, and it was destroyed by a single bullet from a Vox sniper. Unfortunately, the Prophet wasn't on board at the time.
very fitting. Although the timeline is kind of all over the place and doesn't really match up. But it does show that the dress was in there, since that's where she changed.
If I take the active particle, then the First Lady is just a 40-ton paperweight. Best to take the spare.
Where's the spare then?
Here we go.
Do they expect
Now let's head back through that
Atlas
tear.
on his side of the deal?
No, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
How do you plan on handling Atlas? He ain't just some spliced-up maniac.
He'll make a mistake. I just have to be ready to take advantage of it when it happens.
All for a girl you barely know.
How well did you know me when you came to Columbia?
well, she was the job, it was a little bit different.
Pretty lady not finished yet.
What? Open the tear.
Power for device very expensive. Tit for tat.
Just tell me what you want.
Suchong wants something simple. Lock of hair.
Oh, you're not serious.
Not your hair, stupid. Fink has a secret lab. Mothballed, forgotten. In there, hair sample. In jar. Cannot miss it. You get for Suchong. Then everybody friends.
Where's his lab?
Closed off, past Fink's quarters. You smart lady, you find.
Fucking Suchong.
Should have seen that one coming.
Dirtbag. Ironsides.
Press to generate a bullet-snatching shield that places ammo into your gun.
Oh, that's effective.
Vox Populi. We must have arrived right in the middle of the siege.
That means the other you and I are probably inside the factory. On our way up to the First Lady.
And what happens if we run into ourselves?
We won't.
How do you know that?
Because we didn't.
Dun dun dun. Okay, we can't go that way. I guess we're going a different way. Are we? No, maybe not. Oh, vent, okay.
I've taken your counsel, and you done me good service, but
I will Tessa and Daisy.
Boy. I will see Fink and Comstock burn, but I will not hold the son to account for the deeds of his father.
You've misunderstood us.
We neither asked you to harm the child.
Nor did we promise that yours would be the hand that would set Comstock's world afire.
A famous man once said,
And a famous man shall say,
I may reach the mountaintop,
but I fear I shall never visit the valley below.
But you mean I won't live to see the... No.
It's up to you what matters more.
Your part in the play?
Or the play itself.
Someone is coming.
She'll arrive, a girl.
She must leave. A woman.
And what makes the difference between a girl and a woman?
Blood.
Your part in the play.
Or the play itself.
Turn her into a killer? How?
Give the girl no choice.
And she will be forced to make one.
We all remember that from the main story. When as Booker we had to distract her when she was threatening to kill the kid.
To arms, brothers!
Oh, whoops, I didn't even see him. Yeah, welcome back, Chris. Oh, I can attach onto the rails.
I'll find the piggy.
Or, alternate plan. I gas them all.
Who done this? Someone about? Ugh.
Oh, I got all four of them with the gas. Lovely. That's
What's going on?
That saved me a lot of ammo and hassle. Nowhere. Someone's got a really bad Irish accent over there.
I heard we about.
What? You gonna answer for this, girl?
Come on. Come around the corner. I'm gonna crack him in the head.
My living quarters got reassigned, all right. I'm sleeping in Fink's bed.
Oh, that's Bioshock 2. Good game. Good game. Everyone gives it a lot of crap just because it's not as good as Bioshock 1, but it's still a decent game.
Yeah, there's a war coming. You can smell it in the air. Fear, hatred, people dying every day. But how many more will suffer if we rise up? Violence begets violence, I know this. I've seen this. The rational mind argues for a peaceful solution to find a common ground, but what common ground is there to find for a father who watches his child bleed out in the street? How do you deny him his vengeance? I know that fire that burns deep inside. I know it all too well.
Think.
So there is one open. Is this his office?
Our current state of being, or lack thereof, has left my brother.
What's that thing you just picked up?
My guess is that it has something to do with that giant clock out there. And that clock has something to do with opening the door to Fink's lab.
Well, it's pointing to there, so it's open to...
A giant clock?
Sort of. Looks like the mechanism unlocks certain activities when Fink gives his blessing.
So what? We're stuck waiting for the cuckoo to go off?
No. We've already found the clock key. We can manually wind it. Open whatever door we please.
Sure seems like a lot of work to lock down a few doors.
You know, if there's one thing Fink loves, it's a lot of work.
I wouldn't go as far as say it's very serious, but... I just don't remember much of this one. So, we got the work. Oh, we got the prayer. Open. Oh, they're only small little, kind of weird rooms. Able, prophet, untold, prophet. Ooh. I can barely read that. No, I can't even fully read that. Damn weird cursive script. Right, next up. Leisure. Not really much here, is there?
Sea slugs. Goddamn sea slugs. Could that Oriental have come up with a more inconvenient fuel for his plasmids? If there is a God, and I've seen more evidence to the contrary than in support, you'd think he'd have put Adam into the belly of a nice little seagull or crow. The cost of all these underwater expeditions are murdering my margins.
Kinetoscope seized from a graveyard shift bar. What does this one have in it?
As to the matter of religion, let me place myself in the camp of the agnostic. I pretend to understand the mysteries of the infinite no more than you, Comstock, or anyone else for that matter. But for the sake of argument, let's say this is all one unhappy accident, and we're all alone in our toils. Then who would Comstock use to control and shame us with rules that apply only to those with not a penny in their pocket? If there were no God, you could rest assured the first deed done by the first rich man would be inventing him.
Pretty sure that's kind of what Comstock did, when you think about it. Went hard with the religion route. Father, Comstock, prophet, whatnot, lamb, all that crap.
Good. How to get that idiot his lock of hair.
Also, he can try and work. Oh, wait.
I got you your guns. I'm here for my ass.
What do we got?
But my Booker DeWitt died for the Vox Populi. You either an imposter
What could we see?
or a ghost. My Booker DeWitt was a hero to the cause, a story to tell your children. You just complicate the narrative.
Look, are you there? I miss you. You were the only one who ever... You were my only friend. Booker.
I'm not even here. I'm a projection of your own.
Could you humor me then? Please.
I think Booker would miss you.
I'd say that's pretty accurate. He did try to rescue her how many times? Even when he went against his own job, I suppose you call it. Okay, we can get this. We can keep it nice and quiet.
What's next?
If he comes in here, I'll just crack him in the head.
Hey! What are you doing?
Come on. Come in here.
This wasn't here before. Who's there?
If he walks in the store, I can just break his face.
I can smell ya. You're afeard of me.
Afeard of me.
Well, that's enough of that business.
Why are all these dirty Irish accents coming out? Well, that's enough of that then. They love it, don't they?
Done.
Jesus, it's ripe in here. Say, somebody, fetch me a millionaire to clean this mess up.
Hunt you down!
How did he hear that?
You can't hide forever.
I'll find that piggy.
Come on. Edge closer. See, again, they just hear me out of nowhere.
I'll find her. Gonna hunt you down.
Well, you're welcome to try.
Who's out there? Here I come. Never!
Still breathing. Who did this?
You can't hide forever.
So we got the Irish one coming after me now.
Who done this? Someone about?
Come back here.
Oh, will I knock her out the window?
I'll hunt you down.
That would have been brilliant.
I ain't no problem. Someone else can find her.
Still breathing. Who did this?
Come on.
Here.
I love how they look like the Scarecrow from Batman.
Gonna hunt you down.
Comstock promises there's nothing to be worried about. But I don't like the smell of things down in Finkton. Not one bit. If trouble rears its ugly head in the form of one cantankerous negress, I've laid in some supplies in the event of a forced evacuation. They're down in what I call my chamber of panic, near the base of my statue. I've set the code to 8371.
8371. Gotcha.
Somebody hiding! I'll find her. You can't hide forever!
Want to bet?
Kill her!
8371.
Daisy sacrificed herself. Set me up to kill her, to turn me into what?
A killer.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished. I'm no martyr. How did you do it, Booker? How did you...
Elizabeth, I'm not Booker.
And neither am I.
Well, we can worry about that when we find it. We'll see a big door with the stuff on it we need. There's our upgrade. Oh no, not a gas.
Comstock promises there's nothing to be worried about. But I don't like the smell of things down in Finkton. Not one bit. If trouble rears its ugly head in the form of one cantankerous negress, I've laid in some supplies in the event of a forced evacuation. They're down in what I call my chamber of panic, near the base of my statue. I've set the code to 8371.
No, it's not it. I'm sure there'll be an audio log around here somewhere that'll tell us anyway. It would make sense to be in here of all places. Might be able to sneak in and get him.
He's in the way.
Can't stop me this time.
Got it.
You can't stop me this time.
I tell you, William, it's getting so the foxes are afraid of the hens. If Fink was going to hire a bunch of goons to keep an eye on the handyman, he should have found some with less yellow in the belly. Now they're hiding away from Tin Man invalids in their precious little guard room. If you need to get in there on your shift, the code is 2847.
2847.
Come out.
Oh, her arms just spazzed out. You know what, we'll go back and hit the door first so we can leave all this place completely cleared.
Someone's sneaking.
Well, you don't need to know about it. Two, 8, 4, 7. Oh, I could have pickpocketed him. Oh, I never noticed that. now. Ironside's health mod adds ability to recover some health based on absorbed damage. Not terrible, not terrible. You could stand there just letting everyone shoot you, get your bullets back.
Oh, it's pig!
Come on. Walk over.
When I find you,
you won't. You talk all that good noise until they just get cracked in the head by someone invisible. Easy to get by. Off limits. Well. Hurt disabled, might make required. Maybe there is something out here. Wow, is he accidentally?
Seems like Fink and Suchong were sharing their research.
Like the Luteces. Cross-reality collaboration.
So I was just about to say, were they doing it on purpose, or was it just completely accidental?
It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables.
It's kind of weird. What do we got in here? Surely there's something good for us. Is that a giant monkey?
What is all this?
Imprinting. That's a wire mother. If you separate a gorilla from its real mother, it will imprint on almost anything. Even that.
Why would Fink care about that?
Songbird. He wanted him to imprint on me.
Well, if I recall, that was a problem he solved.
Yeah, he pretty much got it down. Until, of course, Liz drowned his ass. What, he's gassing the dog or something? What's the purpose of that, though?
What's that?
It's a skeletal formula for oxytocin. That's the chemical that bonds mothers to children, women to men, and...
Songbirds to little girls?
Apparently not. Fink dismissed it as an unsuitable vector.
But he's still gotta go. Jesus Christ.
These poor things. Fink couldn't get them to imprint, so I left them to die.
Very Fink, isn't it? Or very research. Very scientific.
Imprinting failed. That can't be right. Clearly they formed a connection between Songbird and me.
How?
I was so young. I always remember him just being there. There must be a prototype or something.
Is it a human?
Does it matter?
It's kind of reacting to me being there.
I tried hypnotherapy.
On the Songbird. How'd that go?
About as well as you'd expect.
I love how it's still technically Salt here, but it's exactly the same. It's just added under a different name. Almost sneezed. My bad. Let's see what we got in this one. Songbird imprinting on subject.
Booker. The little girl in the film. It's me. My God. Oh, I remember he'd crashed into the tower. I guess he was in some sort of fight. I waited there thinking I don't know, that something would happen, but he just lay there, moaning. I couldn't just...
The line with the thorn in its paw. So much for science.
I should have just left him there to die. I should have just... I will never escape it. Exploited, exploiting, me, Comstock, you, Sally. It's like a wheel of blood spinning round and round.
So after all of that, all the science, all the psycho shit they tried, at the end of the day, it was just help something in pain.
Well, this must be the genetic sample Suchong wanted.
He sent you all the way back here for a sample of your own hair.
He doesn't know I was once the child that imprinted on Songbird. But to him, all the answers lie in DNA. Men like Suchong mistake an ounce of empathy for a pound of science.
It's open! See if anything's worth reappropriating. Check for stragglers. Spread
Oh, lovely.
out.
Here they come. I really wish she could do the flying attack.
Who's dead to pigs?
I mean, how do they hear that instantly?
Beg for death. You see where she went?
Fuck 'em.
Little piggy! Hey, are you alright? Come on, coming for you!
Wait, no, that's the way we went eventually.
Something's going on.
I'll find her.
We got this.
Gonna hunt you
Don't
down.
look it. It's a waste of my valuable time. Damn it. What's going on?
Here I come.
They won't see us.
Chasing my own shadow.
This is our way back. Just like that.
It has occurred to me that this breakthrough regarding the songbird casts my arrangement with the Oriental Doctor in a new light. What more could be gained by this continued partnership? What secrets that I could not answer for myself? Such.
What you got there? Dunno. Just grabbing anything that looks halfway there. Over here! Shake a leg!
Since when did you become Lord and Master?
So we need to get back up.
Pretty nice over here.
Used to tow for the man. But now at least I tow for myself.
We'll make it. Let them all go.
Now, I know there's been some concern about the nature of the work we do here at Fink Manufacturing. Why, some say they're uncomfortable with the purported harm and suffering our research brings. But friends, let me pose a simple question. Is there anything you would not do to guarantee the health and safety of your loved ones? My interest is the future health of your children.
Double kill.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Yeah, you can sugarcoat it any way you want, Fink. We know what the deal is.
Sneaking around out there?
We all know that's not how it really works.
You can't hide forever.
Long live DJ! You're next, you hear me?
Gonna hunt you down.
Yeah, we're good to escape.
Now surrender!
I'll cut you in half.
Something's going on. I'll hunt you down.
She's still there?
Here I come.
We never got a chance to check over the other side.
I'll hunt you down.
Till now, of course.
Well, they're not around anymore.
It's only a little locker room, but I'm sure there's a couple of decent supplies in here.
Do you think Daisy really even had a choice?
What do you mean?
Right about now, I'm planting a pair of scissors in her back to protect a child she was never going to harm. She chose to die for her revolution. What about me?
So the rest of
For
them
all
live
the
on.
endless worlds, all the infinite possibilities. Did I ever even have a choice? Did you?
Yeah. Booker thought he did.
Look where it got us. Right back where we started. All these infinite universes. And yet we end up just going down the same paths.
I don't take your meaning.
My father sold me to settle a marker. Comstock locked me up in a tower. And I sold Sally for what? Revenge?
Shit.
Prove a point?
And yet, here you are. Settling the debt.
And say we find her. The old past their damage to the young. Isn't it too late for her now?
Well, I'd say that's up to her to decide. Justice coming back here was up to you.
Rapture runs on children. Little girls with gold growing in their bellies. I'm not gonna break any cycle. If I'm lucky, maybe I can dent it.
Oh, ship is gone.
Just
Pretty lady has the
Terry's still there though.
Deal is deal. Bring it to Suchong.
Thunderbirds are going.
Pretty lady put hair sample in tube. Then business is finished.
What's going on out there?
Bloodshed, violence, but not relevant to our arrangement.
Alright, Suchong, you got what you wanted.
Suchong! Suchong, we had a deal, now open!
Do you know what they call someone who enters a man's home uninvited? A thief. And I do not remember inviting you into my city.
I had a deal with Suchong.
Yi Suchong is my employee. It was not a deal he was authorized to make.
What do you want?
I granted Atlas and his thugs asylum. You serve those same men in a desire to escape from my generosity. If they shall not have asylum, then they shall have liquidation. Give a parasite an ounce of charity, he'll demand a pound.
I'm just looking for a girl that was taken from me. A little sister.
I don't claim to understand what you are, but I know that you are special. There is business we can do together. And so I give you a choice. Work for me, or die with Atlas.
I'm not going anywhere without that girl.
If it's a little sister you want, that shouldn't stand in the way of commerce. I've got dozens of them.
I won't leave without her.
My men stand ready to take down the door. In 60 seconds, they will enter the room. They will either treat you as a valued employee of Ryan Industries, or as a thief in the night.
What's it gonna be?
60 seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. No traps. I can use the plasmids as traps and seed the room with them. I gotta find somewhere to hide and surprise them. Take them down one by one. Booker, I'm scared.
They'll underestimate you, Elizabeth. People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with the detritus of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for rapture.
Well,
20 seconds.
See what we can
I will
get.
tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements. Andrew Ryan does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you.
10 seconds.
Time. You're not a hero. You're not even a parasite. You're just a rube. And Andrew Ryan has no time for rubes.
It doesn't work like that, Ryan. Oh shit. That was unexpected.
Show yourself. Cachet with me.
Had any principles, you wouldn't be skulking around.
Oh, you know what? I can probably just
Still here, huh? There's the...
get them all this way.
They're down for the count. I know you've done it.
Time to pay the piper, sweetheart. Stupid jerk. I wasn't born last night. You're still here!
That's right, I am. What are you gonna do about it?
Get back here! What's going on? You should have taken right.
Oh, that didn't knock him out instantly. Alright.
This one's down for the count. We're not all easy targets, you get me? Come on out. You got my full attention. I've got you covered.
I beat your sharks,
Easy.
Ryan. The better man won. Isn't that the only thing you respect? Now let me the hell out of here.
Sounds like all hell's breaking loose out there. What's your plan?
I can't just place the particle on the ceiling, it would just tear right through it. But every building in Rapture was submerged into the ocean on the Lunette ring, connected to the junction of its load-bearing supports.
That's fascinating and all, but if you haven't noticed, Ryan sent his goons to murder us. If you're gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat, now's the time to do it.
Looks like the structural junction is in Frank Fontaine's office. If I can get there, I can float the building.
It so happens I've taken that bastard's office for my own use. I'll make sure you've access to the private elevator. Now hurry.
Now, would you kindly hurry? Go to Fontaine's office. But which one is the way to Fontaine's office?
You're not getting out of this deal that easy.
Yeah, they haven't really said. Okay, there you go. Couldn't remember where's Fontaine's office.
I ain't letting a good lead like you get away!
It's Ryan's goon squad.
Lead in, boys. Time to get your hands dirty.
There's the girl! You've been using me this entire time!
Fuck. I was shaking, I missed it.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, he's got blasted in the back.
Take no pleasure getting rough with a lady. Don't make me hunch. Where is she? Got you now! There's the girl!
They don't see me. They don't see me.
Don't walk away now. Fun's just beginning.
That would have been perfect if I had had a gas one.
Even see, this one's down for the count. We're not all easy targets, you get me? Come on out. You got my full attention.
Alright, so his office is in here, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like it.
There's supposed to be a brunette. Anyone seen her? Look around!
You judge a man by his enemies.
There is.
Ryan doesn't much. Just skirting a bunch of mental cases.
Louie. Hey, if you don't get down here soon, there's not going to be an ounce of booze or a piece of ass for the taking. Sometimes I think you've taken this whole Robin Hood business a bit too much to heart. Fontaine's got us out there ladling soup for the purpose of building an army, not to share the milk of human kindness. You keep up this kind of behavior, I'm gonna start thinking there's more red in you than Karl Marx. What the hell? Splicers. They're busting in! Hurwitz! Tell Fontaine the perimeter's compromised!
Hey, what's all that rumpus?
Nothing. Why don't you just come check it out? Let's see what happens.
I heard that.
Shit, there's two of them.
Come across this girl you mentioned.
I see her.
I can see you.
Oh no.
Don't matter.
Come out. Let's get this over with. Stupid jerk. Should have never stuck his neck out.
Come on. Walk a little bit further.
Oh, now you're in the soup. Do you know how much trouble you caused me?
Just business.
There you are.
Gotta still be around. Gotta be. Come on out.
Sorted them all right out.
Elizabeth, you know Atlas is going to...
I know. And I'm ready.
Are you sure?
I sent myself here for a reason. Didn't I?
And who exactly are you speaking to, Miss Comstock? If I were less
he knows
acquainted
who
with
we
the
are.
vicissitudes of genius, I suspect I would question your sanity. I know so little of you, but I imagine the more I learned, the more exceptional I would find you. You know Atlas will betray you.
And what are you? My best friend?
You're one of a kind.
The lesser of two evils.
Or others. And now, your misguided sense of altruism sends you to your doom. It's like watching Isaac Newton die in a house fire in a vain attempt to save his cat.
Quite the comparison.
There. All the load-bearing columns come into this room and they meet there. I just need to place the particle in that junction, activate it, and the whole structure should rise.
That's it. That sounds a bit easy, no? Fucking Fontaine. Look at that view.
There's
of
no
the
plan
office.
B. Might as well just get it over with.
That's it. Here we go. Place the particle.
Here goes nothing.
It just wants to go up. And it's gonna bring everything with it.
It's working! Atlas, you feel that?
It's the view we saw.
You have your
Flashback.
prison break. Now bring me the girl.
Did your mom ever teach you not to put your faith in strange foreign
Just
men?
give me the girl. She means nothing to you.
You've got that right. The girl means nothing. But you, love, you mean the world.
Does rag smell like chloroform to you?
No cause for alarm. She's well sedated. So, it's begun.
The Kashmir's all blown to hell. If Ryan didn't know we were back before, I'm sure now he's got the message.
What do you want with this one?
If anybody's got the line on the ace, it's her. Find out what she knows. But no quackery. She's no good to us with a halo and a set of wings.
I get started as soon as the chloroform wears off. Don't see her as too tough a nut.
That's what you think.
Where's the ace in the hole?
What? What?
Where's the ace in the hole?
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we had a deal.
Where is the ace in the hole?
I told you.
Sodium thiopental. Are you familiar? No. Truth serum. Unpredictable stuff. Too little, nothing.
I have
Too
nothing
much.
to tell
The
you.
subject
I don't
is
even know what an ace in the hole is. Ah!
I'm still playing with the dosage.
Reacts to shot.
This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made, and men who make it.
Flashes through all the different versions of Liz.
We were all plenty scared of Atlas and his thugs, but only a fool counts out the right-thinking folks of Andrew Ryan's rapture. Atlas's thugs have been pushed out of Point Prometheus. They're on the run in Fort Neptune. It's one thing starting a war, Atlas, but finishing it altogether different matter.
Folks say it's only a matter of time until Atlas's entire mob comes out waving the white flag.
2 weeks.
What?
You've been down 2 weeks, love. Feckin' doctors. Better off hiring a million monkeys.
Our deal was to get you out of prison. What, did you expect me to win your war for you too?
I'd tend to your own knitting if I were you. Now, darling, being that you were Su Chong's lab assistant and all, why not tell me where me ace in the hole went to?
I don't know.
As I said, I'm no doctor. But that doesn't mean I don't find the field fascinating. I keep up on all the medical journals and the like.
Sure you
have
do,
someone
Atlas.
to help you with all the big words.
You know what part of the brain free will comes from? Stubbornness? The prefrontal lobe. Now, I think it's fair to say you're a bit of a stubborn one, are you not? A man named Steinman taught me this. He's a bit of a lunatic, but a fine surgeon. He calls this little trick a transorbital lobotomy. Take hold of her, lads.
You're wasting your
Now,
time.
If you won't remain still, I can't be held responsible for what comes next.
It's not gonna work.
Here we go. You feel that? I'm moving the pick across your eyeball. Oh, still now. And resting it
That sounds
on
horrible.
your skull. There's about a bit over a quarter of an inch of bone between the pick and your prefrontal lobe. And that's where this little fella comes in.
I don't...
Oh.
It was just a wee tap. But I don't expect it'll take more than a few of those to reach the meat. And then we might find you a bit less the mule. Where's me ace in the hole?
I don't know.
You know what else rests in the lobe? Creativity. Individuality. Personality. In short, what makes you, you.
Pretty much everything.
I'm just about through now. Last chance, pet. Where is the ace in the hole?
Or what? What, you'll put a hole in my head and take away my memories? You want to make me forget all this? You want to make me not care anymore? Go ahead. You'll be doing me a favor.
Oh! Bring in the monster!
Oh, imagine just getting that
You're
ripped
a
out of
regular
her
hero,
nose.
ain't you? Can't risk ripping the only part of you that's worth a damn. Well, there's more than one way to fry an egg.
Ah, he's going back to Fontaine's
Now,
voice.
little woman, are you familiar with the term transorbital lobotomy?
Please let her
It's
go.
a simple matter. All I need do is insert this pick into your arm.
Please, I don't know
and give
anything.
it a few taps with me hammer.
I don't know anything.
Better to show by example.
Please, please don't. I don't know anything. I don't know. Please.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, it's okay.
I can't tell him what I don't know. Where are we?
You saw all the doors. And what's behind all the doors?
The ace in the hole. It's here.
Yes.
But I don't remember this place.
You've never been here.
Then how would I?
The memories you lost, they weren't just of the past. You saw behind.
They were all the different.
Even the ones into the future. This is where I'm going.
If you want.
I don't like it here.
It's a bad place.
He's never gonna let me go, is he? Even if I bring him the ace. Then why am I here? How if I was so smart? If I saw so much, why just send myself to the slaughter?
For Sally.
No, one day he will just rip her open and tear out her atom. All of this for nothing. Why did I do it? Why?
You have to decide.
Decide what?
To take a leap of faith. I can't tell you what you were thinking because you don't remember. But you chose to come. There. In that room.
The ace. I don't know what to do, Booker. Booker? Booker! No, please. Please just don't leave me here!
Come on, Liz. You know he's not real. It's normal, Sally.
Suchong's clinic! It's at Suchong's clinic.
That's a bit convenient now. Ryan's got every turret in the place tuned to me and me men's genetic code. We'd be torn to shreds before we got 10 feet.
That's right. Which is why I'm gonna do it for you. You okay with that?
Get me the ace, I'll wrap the brat in a silk ribbon.
Yeah, I somehow don't believe
my
you.
bathysphere.
Especially because it's been 2 weeks.
One of the lads will show you how to get inside. We'll be waiting for you where you come out. Shake a leg now. The Lord hates a laggard.
Motherfucker. We just get shafted just like that. Dr. Suchong's free clinic. Of course, we make it through just fine, because our genetic code, not a problem. Hey look, prototype Vita chambers. We all know how that worked though. Instead of all their like, horrible face transitions and stuff.
Let's see here what we could do.
Mr. Monster's mean. Scary. Stay away from him. He's scary.
We're fine.
Look, it's okay. He can't hurt anyone.
Scary.
Shh. Shh. Can you move?
It's just like the songbird.
Can you just
help him
move
out
a little bit for me? Don't. I don't know how to help you. I don't. No, he's just hurt. He just needs somebody to figure out how to fix him. Maybe there's some. I don't know. Is there some documentation for him around here or something?
Come on, you can't ask the kids.
Look who I'm asking.
We did see it back here a second ago. Wasn't there a... This wasn't the one I was thinking, but...
Encoded. Big Daddy will not imprint. If not imprint, what good is he to little sister? She no like him. He no like her. Situation is impasse. Unacceptable.
Okay, we're gonna need more than that to work on. So there's the hair we brought him back. So he has been working on it the entire time.
If stupid beasts had a half brain, they would realize they need little sister to live. Sisters secrete only kind of atom that is genetic match for them. No little sister, no Big Daddy.
Return to the Big Daddy. So we figured it out. We just have to get his little sister.
Scary, 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 scary.
I've got to do something.
Big monster sick.
It's okay. It's okay. Please. I don't know how to help him. He needs Adam. I don't have any of that. I don't know what to do.
Going to die. Not fair. We can help. Help.
Give him the Adam he needs. Perk him right up. You know what they say, open Adam. And he's all happy and Larry. Happy as Larry. He's all green and friendly.
The lion with the thorn in its paw.
Told you. It's the same story. Just told a different way. Yes, I'm pressing play, but there it is.
Is that your puppy? She's very pretty.
Oh, we know this one.
Papa Sushang. Break her neck for me. What? Break that sweet puppy's neck. No, please.
Would you
Break
kindly?
that puppy's neck. Would you kindly? No. No. Very good.
Yeah, we remember that one.
Suchong, of all the things I know this. It is in your power to be a different man. What can Ryan take from us that we have not already sacrificed at the altar of discovery? They are children, little sisters, and yes, they will forget. But you and I won't. The memories of what we have done fade only with the dimming of all lights. Tenenbaum.
Protector system, Client 255.
Is that the ones we just saved?
Client Ryan Industries. Very frustrating day. I can't seem to get the damn Big Daddies to imprint on the little brats. The protection bondage is just not forming. Get away. Maybe if I modify the genetic sequence to... Sure. Sequence to allow for... Get away, you filthy little shit!
Oh, you don't hit a little sister.
What? What are you doing? Get back! Get back!
Oh, I remember this room. This room is in Bioshock. I remember him being stuck in a table with the drill in his body. We came through the door with the Big Daddy, and out here.
There's the ace. This is it. This is the ace in the hole. All the pain and all of the death for this.
It's not just meaningless little words, girly.
Would you kindly?
The Gatherer's Garden.
Hey, sister. Over here.
She's going to hell in the handbasket.
Do you have it?
I have it.
Give it over then. I'm keen to get this brat off me hands.
Yeah, I somehow don't believe you, but...
You know what? Andrew Ryan said I was a rube. But he was wrong. I'm not the rube, Atlas. You are. Now, we both know what happens next. Just get it over with.
Well, love, if you insist.
Oh, I took the wrench to the side of her head. Oh, no way, she's on the plane with Bioshock 1 dude.
What is this? It's just a bunch of gibberish.
No. It's
What
the
does
trigger
this
word.
say, you little whore? Hey! What does this say?
Would you kindly?
It says,
Would you kindly?
would you kindly?
The magical words.
We've got the activation phrase. Now all we've got to do is get that genetic freak of nature on an airplane and rapture's ours. Yeah!
I chose rapture.
A man chooses. A slave obeys.
We know how that worked out for you, Ryan.
They say to save one life is to save the world entire. It is you who are their savior.
And there's Atlas, the bio himself.
I can see all the doors. And what's behind all the doors. And behind one of them, incredibly, I see him.
It's Bioshock 1 guy. And down she goes. Now I remember where I really, really disliked all the DLC as well. It tried so hard to just link up with Bioshock 1 just because Infinite was such a clusterfuck that they basically couldn't really keep it together and couldn't really tie the DLC properly together. I mean, there was still bits of it there, but it just tried so hard to connect to Bioshock 1, since Levine did 1 and Infinite but not 2. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I mean, I'm not completely against endings where, oh, it kills the main character and all, but it was done in a terrible way in Infinite, and it wasn't done in a good way in this. There are ones that do it in good ways, but these were just not them. And it tries so hard, and it's done just so poorly, because they use all the, we'll call them plot points and narrative points or narrative mechanics, if they could even be called that, because, well, lol, narrative in Infinite. But they just try to use all those ones from Bioshock Infinite and just try to use that clusterfuck, that the poorly told clusterfuck, and they just try to apply that directly from Infinite to Bioshock 1 in a vague attempt to try claw it back and connect them together. I don't think so. I think it's just, no. I think it's done so poorly when it comes to that. Yeah, it's Courtney Draper. So let's see, cast the characters. Troy Baker, we already know. Courtney Draper, we already know, of course. Let's see who else we got on here. If there's anyone new and fancy. Jennifer Hale, we already know. Let's see. Surely there'll be a few more. No. Oh, voice acting ensemble. Laura Bailey, Troy Baker, Steve Bloom, we know all them. Robin Atkin Downs, we know. Courtney Draper, obviously we know. Yuri Lowenthal, I was right. Liam O'Brien is there. And they're the majority of all the ones we kind of know. So, now that Bioshock Infinite is completely done, we have the main story and both Burial at Sea DLCs. We've done... We're skipping the other one, obviously, because it's just time trials and score attacks, basically. But overall, the Bioshock Infinite and the subsequent Burial at Sea episode 1 and 2, I think it's a complete mess. I think it's absolute complete mess. And I know I've said it before several times, and I even went through and proved it by explaining it all in detail, not only as we went, but also during the credits of the main game. People say that anyone who doesn't like Bioshock Infinite's narrative and its story, people will just say, oh, because it's such a pretentious way, oh, it's such a pretentious game, and it's praised arguably for its pretentiousness. It's like when you're praising a Kojima game post MGS3. You only give it a 69 out of 10 despite its billions of flaws just because it's a Kojima game. But in this case, it's super kind of, I won't say hipster, but it's got the pretentious side of it in there, because you had Bioshock 1, which was great, and then it's like Bioshock 2 went away, in most people's opinion, compared to Bioshock 1. And then, you know, they came back, if you will. The studio, the game director, the writer, you know, the guy who's in charge, Ken Levine, he came back and got more Bioshock. So naturally, everyone had to be super over the top and praise that completely. And that's the problem, because like I explained in the credits as well as during the entire story, even though everyone is so hung up on it and so pretentious about it, that they will say if you don't like it, it's because you don't get it, you don't understand it. I've proved that's not the case, and I can still clearly say, confidently, 100%, that this is a disaster in that regard. The gameplay isn't terrible. A couple of the overall story points in the original were kind of decent. They could be done if they had changed some of the overall narrative and of course the ending and whatnot. That could have been rescued. It could have been salvaged. But they didn't. And they went big and they went ham in the original story. And that kind of fell apart completely. Absolutely terrible in that aspect, from my opinion. And when it comes to doubling down on it with the DLC, it just made it even worse, if you ask me. It was a complete mess. Absolute complete mess. So overall, Bioshock Infinite, massive disappointment. Huge, just pretentious mess with still, for the time, 2013, slightly subpar gameplay. Just because you have other games that were in around there, other first-person games, that were doing it better. And there was so much about it that was done better from a gameplay side of it elsewhere. And, like I said, the story and narrative in this, you can't play it for that, because if you can think about it, and you can understand it, and you can remove the whole pretentiousness, it's just a mess. It's just an absolute mess. Now that I've rambled on about that a little bit, let's see if we can get out of this. We can. Brilliant. So, that's the handy part about that. We are officially completely done with Bioshock Infinite. Main story, as well as both story-based DLCs. Burial at Sea Episode 1 and 2. So, that concludes the entire trilogy of Bioshock. We've done Bioshock 1 Remastered, Bioshock 2 Remastered, Minerva's Den DLC Remastered, and Bioshock Infinite, as well as Burial at Sea Episode 1 and 2 as well. It's up to yourself. Only you can decide on what you thought of it, on what you thought of any of the games and any of the DLCs. Only you can understand how you feel about the story, or alleged narrative, and if it's good or not, in your opinion, when it comes to Bioshock Infinite. Again, I'll say it one last time, just before I finish up. I think it's an absolute mess and an absolute disaster, and I hesitate to, even with all that criticism in mind, I hesitate to call it one of the worst stories ever told. It's not that bad. It's not Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5 bad. Those are epic failures. There's a couple of other games too, but those are just the ones that spring to mind right now. It is pretty bad, probably in the top 10, but it's not, hell, it might even be in the top 5, but it's not number 1, I will say that much. Probably in the top 5, hell, I would even argue it's number 3, maybe even number 2, but that's another topic for another video. Anyway, now that we're done, I want to thank everyone for joining me, hanging out, shooting the shit with me in the stream chat, as always. Not just tonight, but naturally, of course, over any of the Bioshock streams, or any stream we do at all. Because you guys are the reason I do this, and you guys are what makes this what it is. I can sit here and play games, enjoy myself, have fun all the time, but you guys bring it beyond that. You elevate it beyond. We can talk about whatever. We can make commentary about the game together. We can offer up different ideas and offer different suggestions and different ways of looking at story points or interpreting lore or whatever it is. So, because of all of that, I thank everyone, as always, for that. In the meantime, I'll see you guys next on whatever it is, be it another video, a stream, or whatever. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and peace out.